Gentlemen, I watched a sharp executive lose respect in a boardroom last week. His presentation was solid. His suit was tailored. But his shoes? Worn-out relics that screamed neglect. Everyone noticed. Here's the truth. Your shoes are the first thing people judge and the last thing they forget. Most men over 40 stop paying attention. They wear the same shoes for a decade and wonder why respect fades. But you click this video, which tells me something. You're still sharp. You still care about standards. That's what separates useful elders from everyone else. Subscribe right now and stay with us. Look, I'm not here to shame anyone. Some of these shoes were perfectly acceptable years ago. They served you well through important moments. There's no judgment in that. But here's the reality. Standards evolve. What commanded respect then quietly undermines you now. Times have changed, and so should we. This isn't about chasing trends or trying to look younger. That's not the game anymore. This is about earned authority, the kind that walks into a room and commands attention without saying a word. It's about quiet confidence that comes from intentional choices. After 40, your presence should reflect standards, not accidents. So let's break down the 8 shoes silently killing your credibility and exactly what to replace them with. Some of these will surprise you. Let's go. Number 1. Worn-out sneakers. I'm talking about the ones you've had for 5 years. Frayed, laces hanging on by a thread. Yellowed soles that were white in 2019. Faded fabric that's lost all definition. You know the pair. Here's what they signal. Neglect. When you wear beaten-down shoes, people read it as low self-regard. It whispers, I stopped caring. And whether it's casual Friday at the office, weekend brunch with friends, or even walking through an airport, people notice. They're making judgments before you open your mouth. The fix is simple. Invest in clean, minimal leather sneakers. White or navy. Something that looks sharp without trying too hard. Brands like Koyo, Greats, or even a well-maintained pair of Adidas Stan Smiths work perfectly. Remember this. Effortless doesn't mean careless. Your casual shoes should still communicate standards. Number 2. Square-toed dress shoes. You know the ones. Boxy front end, chunky silhouette, straight from 2003. They scream early 2000s office culture, and not in a good way. Here's the issue. They signal you're stuck in the past. They tell people you haven't updated your thinking in 2 decades. You might be sharp mentally, but visually, you're broadcasting disconnection. And perception matters. Where does this hurt you? Weddings where everyone's watching. Business meetings where first impressions close deals. Any situation where people size you up in seconds. Those shoes are costing you credibility. The solution? Round or slightly pointed toe dress shoes in quality leather. Think classic Oxfords or Derbies. Allen Edmonds, Meerman, or even a solid pair from Beckett Simon on. Clean lines. Elegant shape. Nothing extreme. Here's the truth. Timeless beats trendy every time. Classic never apologizes. Number 3. Flip-flops worn outside the pool or beach. I see this everywhere. Grocery stores, casual dinners, running errands around town. Rubber thongs slapping against the pavement. Here's what they communicate. Apathy. Pure, unfiltered I've given up. They tell the world you couldn't be bothered to put on actual shoes. And yes, people absolutely judge you for it. It signals a complete absence of standards. Where does this damage you? Literally any social setting outside vacation mode. That neighborhood restaurant. The hardware store. Picking up your kids. Even casual environments have minimum thresholds and flip-flops fall below them. The better move. Leather sandals for warm weather. Brands like All Yakai or Birkenstocks Arizona in leather elevate you instantly. Or slip into casual loafers. Suede drivers or canvas espadrilles work beautifully. Remember, casual doesn't mean careless. Comfort and self-respect aren't mutually exclusive. Quick pause. If you're still here nodding along, that tells me something. You haven't settled. That's what useful elders do. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that now and join us. Stick around because the next few shoes are where most men slip up completely. Number 4. Overly athletic running shoes worn as everyday shoes. I'm talking about neon colors, chunky aggressive designs, maximum cushioning, performance gear worn to dinner, shopping, or casual social outings. Here's the problem. They signal zero awareness of context. They say, I can't distinguish between the gym and the rest of my life. It reads as arrested development, like you're stuck in perpetual adolescence where function trumps all social cues. Where does this hurt? Date nights where she notices everything. Casual gatherings where people expect basic polish. anywhere outside the gym or running trail. Those shoes are sabotaging your presence. The upgrade, understated trainers in neutral tones. Gray, black, white, simple silhouettes. New Balance 990s, Nike Killshots, or Veja V10s. Comfortable without screaming performance lap. Here's the principle. Function doesn't have to look desperate. You can be comfortable and contextually aware. Number 5. Cheap dress shoes with that obvious plastic shine. You've seen them. Shiny pleather that screams department store clearance. They crease in all the wrong places after one wear. The quality is visible from across the room. Here's what they broadcast. Cutting corners. Fake polish. It tells people you're trying to look the part without investing in a reality. And in high-stakes moments, that perception is deadly. Where does this destroy you? Job interviews where details determine offers. Formal events where you're surrounded by successful people. Client meetings where trust is everything. Those shoes undermine every word you say. The solution: invest in one exceptional pair of quality leather dress shoes. Oxfords or derbies in black or dark brown. Allen Edmonds Park Avenue. Meerman. Even Thursday boots if budget matters. Real leather ages beautifully. Remember this. One great pair beats 10 mediocre ones. Quality always reveals itself. Number 6. Velcro sneakers. Unless there's a legitimate medical necessity. Let me be clear up front. If you have mobility issues, arthritis, or dexterity challenges, this doesn't apply to you. Zero judgment there. But for everyone else, here's the brutal truth. Velcro creates an immediate visual association with childhood or elderly decline. It signals loss of autonomy, physical regression, or simply not trying anymore. Fair or not, people read it as giving up. Where does this hurt? Everywhere. Any public setting. Coffee shops, restaurants, even walking the neighborhood. The perception is instant and hard to shake. The better option: slip-on leather sneakers. Brands like Veja, Greats, or Common Projects make elegant versions. Or try elastic-sided Chelsea boots in suede or leather. Incredibly easy to get on, impossibly sharp. The principle: these should still look elegant. Convenience doesn't require compromise. Number 7. Logo-heavy designer sneakers. Giant branded stripes. Flashy colors. Logos screaming from every angle. Pure look-at-me energy strapped to your feet. Here's what they communicate. You're trying desperately hard. They broadcast insecurity disguised as confidence. After 40, they carry unmistakable midlife crisis vibes, like you're chasing validation through price tags and branding. It's the opposite of authority. Where does this sabotage you? Anywhere you want genuine respect. Business casual settings. Social events with accomplished people. Even upscale, casual environments. The louder the branding, the quieter your credibility becomes. The sophisticated move, understated luxury. Common Projects Achilles low. Koyo Capri in white leather. Oliver Cabell low one. Clean lines, premium materials, minimal branding. The people who know. Everyone else just sees elegant simplicity. Here's the truth you need to internalize. Real wealth whispers. Confidence doesn't announce itself. Number 8. Boat shoes worn in the wrong context. I'm talking about beat-up Sperry's, sockless with jeans and a dress shirt, worn to restaurants or semi-formal gatherings. Completely missing the moment. Here's the issue. They radiate frat boy energy. They signal you peaked in college and never developed beyond spring break style. It reads as refusing to grow up, like you're clinging to a version of yourself that expired 20 years ago. Where does this hurt you? Semi-formal events where business casual is expected. Dinners at places with tablecloths. Anywhere polished casual matters. Those shoes announce you didn't think about the setting. The mature alternative. Penny loafers in leather or suede. Suede driving moccasins. Even leather derbies for slightly elevated situations. Elegant, appropriate, timeless. They work sockless or with no-show socks. Here's the reframe. Nautical isn't a personality. Context matters more than comfort zones. Here's what this is really about. Your shoes tell a story about how you see yourself. They reveal whether you still honor your own presence. This isn't vanity, it's dignity. It's self-respect made visible. Every choice you make either reinforces or erodes the quiet power you've earned through decades of experience. And that matters. After 40, you don't follow trends, you set standards. You become the benchmark others measure themselves against. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button right now. You're building something here, a standard of excellence that doesn't fade with age. The useful elders community is growing, and we need men like you in it. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's keep elevating together. Stay sharp, gentlemen.